Hello, I guess this would be Chris. At least that's who I've been corresponding with by email, so I hope it's Chris, and also probably Jan. Welcome, I'm Ken Lapp, and I'm with Standard Marketing. You probably realize that by now. Anyway, so I decided, like I said in the email, to do a video analysis. Customers seem to like these. They say that the issues are understandable much more clearly than having to go through reams and reams of complicated text that might have jargon in it. So anyway, we're just going to go over some of the issues about your website. Of course, it's a beautiful website. Jason does a wonderful job, but there are some minor things. We're going to look quickly at some of your social media accounts. We're going to look at Google rankings and more about these black bars later. We're going to look at some of your competition to see how tough they're going to be to climb over. We're going to look at the Google Keyword Planner to show how many people are searching for the different keyword phrases, and I'm going to show you some statistics that are important for you to know about how many people click the different websites in the search positions on the, in the different positions on the search results pages. Like how many people click the first spot, the second spot, and the third spot. So anyway, first of all, let's talk a little bit about your website. Of course, it's beautiful. Now, I'm going to say some things here that I hope you don't take them wrong. I'm not here to make anybody wrong at all, okay? I mean, I like Jason a lot. He does a great job, a beautiful job of designing websites, and they're not only designed, to look beautiful, but they're designed to sell. But the thing is, he's still a little more of a designer than he is a marketing specialist, and we are internet marketing specialists. I've been in all kinds of marketing since the early 70s, long time ago, and I've had this company for 15 years which specializes in internet marketing. So we really are internet marketing specialists. So the things that I'm going to mention here today are, like I say, not meant to put anybody wrong, make anybody wrong. I'm just going to mention some things that if they were improved would make you more money. So I hope you can look at my suggestions in that light. That's all we're here for, is to make you more money, and we're good at it. So let's just jump into it. We'd like to put a little more text on your homepage. This is nice text, but the Google bot, their program, their algorithm that reads all the websites and saves them into the Google memory, reads text much better than it reads images. So we'd like to put more text. Now, it doesn't have to be all right at the top, but it should be there somewhere. Just from a marketing point of view, I think this, the Clements Group awards and recognitions, I think that's really cool. I think that's, as my son would say, totally awesome. So I think that would be more impressive, somewhere higher up on the page. I mean, this featured luxury property listings, that's cool. I mean, that tells people what you do and that you're good at it. And this video is good. But this blog listing, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that as well. I mean, those are interesting articles, and it looks really professionally well done. But just from a marketing perspective, I'd like to see some of the more credible things that add credibility to you. Like, that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get as many total strangers, people that have never heard of you before, coming to your website, because they're in the market, because they're your top quality prospects. And we're trying to make this website convince them as soon as possible, in as little time as possible, because people are in such a hurry, that you're the team that they need to deal with, not only for your product, but for your expertise, for your approachability, that kind of thing. So we need to put the most exciting, the best reasons why anybody would ever want to deal with you right on your homepage, and hopefully right at the top, because that's what people see first, right? So we might recommend rearranging some of your information a little bit. Another thing is that since you've been in the business, that's my email notification, sorry about that. Since you've been in the business for so many years, it would be nice to see more testimonials. I think you've got 3 testimonials there, and of course they're good, but there's just no such thing as too many testimonials, okay? And it's good if we can have a photo of the people who are giving the testimonial, and even better, if we can get a video. Video testimonials are by far the most powerful. And the thing about video testimonials is they don't have to be a Cecil B. DeMille production. They don't have to be fancy and super high quality. You can do it with your smartphone. All that's important about video testimonials is that it looks real. So the viewer can decide for themselves, can see that this is not a fake testimonial, it's real. Okay, and these are really your customers who've had a great experience. So yeah, come on in. So hello again, Chris and Jan. Sorry about that. One of our people, one of my staff came in unexpectedly, but that's okay. It wasn't their fault, it was my fault. So anyway, just going to carry on here. So yeah, more testimonials and video testimonials, and like I was saying, it just doesn't have to be great quality, it just needs to be credible. So what else? There's really not a lot of other criticisms I have, or things that can be improved, because Jason, like I say, just did a great job. The About Us page, that looks great. That's the testimonials, those 3 testimonials, I guess. What else? Well, that's just the home page again. The blog. Yeah, I should tell you that there are 4 main things that we need to do in order to get you high rankings on Google. Now, first I need to explain that we have to look at things from Google's point of view. Google, their goal is to get more people to use Google, right? The more people that use Google, the more money they make, because the more people will click those little pay-per-click ads. And that's how they make most of their $50 billion a year. But we'll talk a little bit more about those ads later. But my point right now is that Google is very good at showing people the websites that have the answers to the questions they're searching for, okay? That have the websites that have a lot of information, that are an authority in whatever keyword phrase they're searching for at the time. Google has just got to be really, really good at that. And what they look for is they look for websites that have a lot of information, a lot of high quality information about this topic, about whatever the person is searching for, and that the information is up to date. Okay, so people, when they're searching, Google knows that they don't want 6 months old, last year, 10-year-old information. They want what's happening now. So Google knows when you're updating your website. So my point is that we have to be adding blogs, high quality blog articles to your website on a regular monthly basis. So Google knows there's a lot of good quality information and that it's always up to date. Okay, now You can do that yourself. Obviously, you're pretty good at it, or you've got somebody there that is, or you hire somebody. Whatever, however you do it, that's fine. I just wanted to let you know that we have. You might call them a stable. We have a lot of high quality writers that we literally write hundreds of high quality blogs for our clients every month, and we post them on their website with a nice looking photo and optimized for SEO with an appropriate link and this kind of thing. Okay, and yet not over optimized. Okay, so we do it right. But so blogging is one thing that we have to do on a regular basis. Something we don't have to do on a regular basis, but that we have to do, is we have to set up all the technical aspects of your website to begin with, like analytics, webmaster tools, the canonical domain name. I don't want to throw too much jargon at you because I know that there's a lot of companies out there that's how they do business. They just try and confuse people, so the people will just give them their money and let them do their thing. And we don't work that way. We're very good at explaining everything in plain language. So if you ever have a question on anything, don't hesitate to ask. I do search engine optimization seminars, and so I'm a good teacher, so I'll be happy to explain anything. So anyway, blogging, the technical setup, there's a number of other things we have to do in the technical setup. I can tell you that in detail anytime you like. For the sake of this video right now, I won't get into all the details. I'll just say that the other major things that we have to do so that Google knows that your website is an authority in either San Diego real estate or Coronado real estate or Coronado Key real estate. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. C-A-Y-S. I'm guessing that it's Key. It could be K, I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to call it Key, okay, just for the sake of this video, and you can correct me if I'm not doing it right. So anyway, so that Google knows your website is an authority in whatever area we decide to specialize in. And that is another important point, that we have to specialize. There is just so many websites, and there's so many people out there with very deep pockets, big money, that are spending a lot of money and a lot of time getting their website ranking high on Google, because the payoff is just massive, and I'll show you a little bit more about that. So we have to specialize, because we need to get you on the top half of page 1. I mean, actually, we tell our clients these days that not just the top half, if we can't get you in one of the top 3 positions, number 1, 2, or 3 in the organic rankings, then we haven't done our job. Okay, so we need to do that. Because people are in such a hurry, and there's so many sources of information they can choose from, that if you're not in, if you're not in the top 3, people won't they won't see your website, no matter how great it is, because people just click mainly on the top 3 in the organic listings. And I guess I'll just show you some statistics. This is a 2014 survey. This was done this year, and this is a very credible website, moz.com. There's so much bogus information on the internet, and especially about search engine optimization. And it's partly because some people will say anything to get traffic to their website, but another important reason is that Google has changed their ranking criteria so much that things that used to be good 2 or 3 years ago, now we have to optimize your website totally different, or Google will penalize you. But this is one of the good websites. It's a credible one. We paid thousands of dollars and hundreds and hundreds of hours to find the right ones and avoid the bad ones. This is a good one. So this survey shows that something like 32%, see this little one here, 32% of all people that search for anything. Of course, this is very generalized. It has to be. Click only the website that is in the #1 position in the search result pages, in the search results page. And then the number of people that click the #2 website is about half of that, half of the number that click the #1 website. And in our experience, the number of people that click the #3 website is about half again. So this is one survey. It's a very up-to-date survey. Now, there's another survey, and we've seen a number of surveys, and we've made sure that what we're looking at is a credible survey. But this is another one. This shows, if you can see my mouse moving here, shows that 53% of all people that search for any phrase click only the #1 website, the website that's ranking #1 for that phrase. Now, what we tell our clients is that, because we've seen a lot of surveys, a lot of credible surveys, and what we tell our clients is that between 35 and 45% generally of all people that search for anything on Google click only the first website that's ranking #1 in the search results. And then about half that, 20 to 25%, click the second website, and if you're in the #3 spot, about half of that again. So 10 to 12% of the people that are searching for that phrase will go to your website. So that is important information, not only because it tells us that we need to get you in one of the top 3 spots, but also it tells us how much traffic we can expect to your website when you're in the different positions, right? So what I've done here is, I've input, this is the Google Keyword Planner, by the way, and so these are Google's numbers on how many people are searching for all of the different phrases to do with real estate. Now, I've done Coronado Key real estate phrases, okay? Because we can do different phrases if you like, different phrases, but just because it's important to specialize. We have to get you a good chunk of the pie, even if it's a smaller piece of pie. We go after something we know we can make you money, okay? If we go after too big of a pie, if we go after San Diego real estate for sale, for example, then sure, maybe we'll get you from page 76 in the search results to page 73, right? But so what? Okay? Nobody's ever going to see your website, and all our efforts are totally wasted, and your beautiful, all the money and all the time you've invested in this beautiful website are totally wasted. It's like buying a Rolls Royce and leaving it in your garage. It's just a total waste. So, like I say, we can talk about which keyword phrases we want to optimize you for, but just for the sake of this video, I've picked one, Coronado Keys real estate, and all the different phrases, and this shows that there's 90 people per month on average searching for Coronado Keys homes for sale. Now, you may not think that's a lot, but they're all qualified prospects, and they're in the market right now. Okay, and the way we do search engine optimization, we don't do it one phrase at a time. If we get your website ranking high for anything to do with Coronado Keys real estate, you'll be ranking high on Google for many different keyword phrases to do with Coronado Keys real estate. We do it, we do our search engine optimization the right way, for the long-term benefit of the client. Google is never going to penalize you for something that we've done or haven't done, So anyway, so when you combine all the total of these who are people that are searching for these different keyword phrases, you get these numbers, about 300. It varies, of course, from 370 in the high months to 210 in the low months. But every month, that's what this blue bar graph is. Every month, there are hundreds, literally hundreds of people searching for Coronado Keys real estate related phrases. Now, in our experience, like, we're certified in Google Analytics, okay? So we put this analytics code on every one of our clients' websites, and we look at the numbers, and in our experience, these numbers that Google provides are low. I mean, very low, sometimes half of the actual number of people that are searching. So you can take these numbers as very conservative numbers. In our experience, there's as many as twice as many people searching for these phrases, and they show hash marks for a phrase like Coronado Keys Realtor or Realtors, and that's not right. You know, we know that there are some people searching for those phrases. So anyway, I wanted to show you that we know approximately how many people are searching for each keyword phrase, and that tells us that if you're in, say there's a total of 300 people searching every month for those phrases, just for the sake of example, if you're in the number 1 spot, then you're going to probably get 150 of those, right? Because about half. And if you're in the number 2 spot in the search results pages, then you're going to get half of that, was maybe 75. And if you're in the number 3 spot, you're going to get 37, 35, or 40 active prospects searching for your service every month. Okay, this is not once in a while; it's every month regularly. So those are pretty good numbers. What else can I say about your website? Just that we looked at your social media, your Facebook, your Google Plus, your Yelp page, your YouTube page, and they're nice, they're fine, but ideally they should all be branded more closely, more similarly, okay? They all are certainly branded to your group, but we would recommend that the images be a little more similar. And I'm sure maybe you were going to do that anyway, now that you have such a great looking website. But that's something certainly that we would do. So then the next thing I did is I went to Google and I searched for these keyword phrases. Now I just wanted to show you, this is Google search results for the phrase Coronado real estate for sale, okay? And it's a massive, there's massive numbers of people trying to, this shows over 10 million people, websites, web pages that have those words, those keywords in them. So, but what I want to show you, and I'm not going to talk all day here, we're just about done, but I want to talk quickly about the second most important thing that we have to do to show Google that your website is an authority in whatever we're trying to get you ranked high for, and that is we have to add high quality backlinks. So I'm going to talk about the second most important, and I'm going to talk about the first most important, but the second most important is so important, and it's something that that we have control over. Now, this black bar that you see under every organic listing on the search results pages is professional search engine optimization software that we pay for every month, and they know, they have their own spider that crawls the internet. They know every backlink that goes to every one of these websites. Now, I'm not sure, forgive me if you already know this information, but I'll just tell you quickly that a backlink, what a backlink is. A backlink is a link that's on any other website in the world, that if somebody went to that website and clicked that link, it would take them to your website. Okay, that's a backlink. And if those backlinks that point to your website are on high quality websites that have content to do with your website, then Google will raise your rankings. But if those backlinks are on poor quality websites, Google will penalize your rankings. So, don't do this at home, kind of a thing, right? We have to be, it's almost an entire, vocation or profession in itself is generating high quality backlinks. So it's one of the most important things we do. And there's many different ways to do it, but we're good at it. And now this professional software, this black bar, what that shows is, I don't know if you can see this tiny little number here, DA, domain authority of 90, okay? And what this, and then this little green bar graph. So what they've done here, what they do is they add up the sum total of all of the value that Google will see in all of the backlinks pointing to each of these websites, and they give it a number from between 1 to 100. Okay, so the higher the number, the higher the value of the backlinks. So this website is Trulia. Trulia, of course, we all know Trulia. It's a major real estate directory, and it has a massively high domain authority. We call the weight of the backlinks, we call it domain authority. So it's massively high. It's 90 out of 100. Okay, very, very hard to catch that. Very hard to pass that. You know, it would take years, many, many years. I mean, it might, but still, there might be ways, and I'll get into that in a minute with relevance. But anyway, so I wanted to show you that the top 3 websites, Google, in their wisdom or in their lack of wisdom, you know, they're just kind of a monster, a battleship, and when they do something, the whole world has to adjust to how they're doing it, whether it's right or wrong. So what Google's done in one of their latest algorithm updates called Pigeon is that they have decided that they want to rank directories in the top 3 spots. So that's what they've done here. Trulia is in the number 1, and actually that's what they've done in almost every market in North America, Canada and the United States. So, and then the number 2 is Zillow, another huge real estate directory, and the number 3 website here is Realtor.com. So, which is another huge website. So that's kind of a problem. I wanted to show you that like I was saying earlier, we might get you from page, you know, depending on what your budget is, how much time we can put, we might get you from page 77 to 73, but so what, right? We need to get you to page 1, we need to get you to the top of page 1, so we have to specialize, so I wanted to show you that. Yeah, I looked at some of your competition, and the domain authority of this one is, CoronadoIslandHomes.com. The domain authority is only 15, okay? So it's easy to catch that one. Now, I looked at that one because this is the website that's in the number 1 in what we call the 7-pack. So this is something that we could do for you. Now the 7-pack are Google Places listings, right? They are to do with, you know, they relate to the red dots on the map. Okay, each one of these, A has a red dot on the map. So now the ranking criteria to be in the 7-pack is different. It's not completely different, but it's significantly different from the criteria that Google uses to decide whether you should get high rankings in the organic listings. I mean, these are sort of organic, you could call them that, because they're not paid. But anyway, they're local Google Places listings, and the ranking criteria is a little different, but we can do that too. We know how to do that because we specialize in organic, in the non-paid. I mean, we're certified in Google AdWords and their pay-per-click, so we know all about these kinds of things. These are ads, I'm sure you're aware of that. These 3 are ads, and all of these down the right hand side, and sometimes there's 3 ads at the bottom. So you know, we're not totally against AdWords, of course, because they can be very useful in certain situations, but I wanted to show you something else, that this is another very credible survey done by a company called Compete.com, and it shows that only 15%, can you see this little blue piece of pie here, only 15% of people that use Google ever click on one of those ads, okay? So it's important that a lot of people don't understand that. 85% of people who use Google never click on one of those ads, the green part of the pie here. So, and also we've found that, you know, over 15 years, even though we're certified in Google AdWords, we've found that our clients get much more traffic per dollar to their website by spending their money getting rankings in the organic rather than in the paid. And there's a higher quality of visitor too, actually, and we're not quite sure why that is, but I think it's just because people know these are ads, and anybody can buy their way to the top, regardless of how good or how informative your website is. So this is another competitor. They have a domain authority of 16. Okay, so that's nothing really. I mean, your domain authority is 15, right? So why aren't you ranking? Again, please understand. What I mean is, I'm not trying to make anybody wrong. What I mean is, we need to look at why aren't you ranking in one of these top spots for one of these different keyword phrases, because all that means is that they're doing some things differently than you are. So we just need to see what those things are and do those things for you, and you will have the same rankings or better, because we'll not only find out what they're doing that you're not, we'll do more than they are. Okay, we'll do high quality blogs every month. We'll add those blogs to your social media, because that's another important thing we have to do for you. But we only do social media, usually we only do social media as far as it pertains to getting you high rankings on Google. We do have a social media specialist that if you want a specific social media campaign, we can certainly do that for you as well, but that is sort of an additional thing that we do. Our main focus here is getting you high quality traffic as much as we can for every dollar you spend to your website every month, and increasing that amount every month if we can. Sometimes Google goes up and down no matter what we do, but that's our focus, getting you the high quality organic traffic to your website and helping you make your website the kind of website that will get people to call you, to contact you. So the rest is up to you, of course, but obviously you're very skilled at converting people to call you. So this is another website. Like I said, I was checking out your competitors, Park Life Properties, and this is a domain authority of 25, so it's a little higher, but really completely catchable. Okay, so now I'm going to get to the most important ranking criteria, and then we'll be done. The most important ranking criteria in Google's eyes is relevance. How relevant is this website? How relevant is your website to the phrase that is being searched for at the time? And I'm going to show you something here that will make that very obvious. Okay, so the website this is the phrase Coronado Keys real estate for sale, and the website that's in here's that Park Life Properties in the #1 spot. So we can get you in this #1 spot. And the #2 spot, they have a domain authority of 14, actually less than your domain authority. So obviously we can just change some things and do a little bit of work and get this website out of there and get yours in its place. But what I want to show you about relevance is that the website in the #3 spot is Trulia.com with a massive domain authority of 90. But do you see that the two websites ahead of them have a much smaller domain authority? So although domain authority is really important, it is trumped by it's just nothing. Well, it's not nothing. It's very important. But my point is that relevance is much more important. So we need to make your website relevant to whatever keyword phrase we decide to go after. And I hope you'll be open to doing that, because your openness to doing that will make you big money. It's just a fact. Specializing is the way to go. You'll make a lot of money by specializing, and we can help you do that. So we can talk more about that later. That's all I wanted to say. I mean, of course, there's much more we can do for you, but this is just an overview. So give me a call when you've had time to look at the video and think about it. I'm sure you've got lots of questions. Let's talk about it. these are the facts, okay? These are Google's numbers, and this professional SEO software is by moz.com. So, you know, we're not making up this information. These are other people's numbers, third-party objective numbers. These are the facts, and we're very good at what we do. So, hope to talk to you soon. Take care.